Hi, welcome to the Tryforce podcast, where we talk about video games, we talk about movies, anime now, apparently.
Yeah, we're fucking multimedia at this point.
That alone is going to get us copyright.
Watch the show. No.
It's the Tryforce.
So the other day, I got a visit. I got to see Z the other day, which is top notch, right, guys?
Yes, it was a lot of fun.
While you were here, Z, I got injured, and I just want everyone to know that I did the full-on Ethan Winters and just poured some shit over my arm, and I'm fully healed. You'll never believe it.
Yeah, I watched
Never
it happen
believe it.
Wait
before my eyes.
Wait a minute. How bad were you injured? That's the huge thing. That needs to be specified.
You are familiar with one of Rain's cats, yes?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I don't think
Yeah,
I
my
need
cat-
to know.
Very, very upset that Z was in my house. It took it out on me. Not thrilled in the slightest. But it's fine because immediately fully healed because I'm secretly in Resident Evil 8.
Oh,
A
dude,
miracle of medicine.
get that green shit. I love it.
Yeah.
You know?
You know, don't worry, I also poured it over the arm that wasn't injured just to really add to it.
Right.
The most
Fucking-
potent healing substance in like media at all.
Yeah. As long as you have an open wound, it's just reverse vampires right in. It just sucks it all in. It's insane.
Yeah.
Wild.
Oh man.
Well, speaking of vampires, there's a few that we are going to talk about, but I think overall we can introduce ourselves and the game we're going to be talking about.
Let's
tonight.
be honest. We're only going to be talking about the one, and it's going to be 80% of this podcast.
You're wrong. You're wrong and always have been wrong. You're wrong and always have been wrong.
Oh man, let's get on with it. I'm Colton.
I'm Zach.
I'm Rain.
I'm Nicole.
And
Also,
this is the Tryforce podcast.
sorry if I can just cut in here
Of
just
course.
for a second.
Yeah.
You did hear Rain call me Z. That's another thing you can call me, I suppose. You know,
Yeah.
Just throwing that out there.
Sick.
And as Colton was about to say before I cut him off, this is in fact the Tryforce podcast.
Thanks.
Can you believe it? I feel like we haven't recorded in like 27 years.
It feels like
it's
that.
very
It certainly
nice
does feel like
to
that.
hear everyone's voice. I miss
is.
all of you dearly.
It has been far too long, and I feel like we say that every time we get together.
It's because now it's like weeks of just stupidity, but we're here. We did it. We made it.
We made it.
Absolutely. We did it.
I mean,
we made it to the Resident Evil podcast. We have literally been trying to do this podcast for 5 weeks. I was beginning to think this was a cursed episode and that we should just leave it on the table.
No,
Oh,
it's
man.
happening right now. Cursed or not, we're about to engage in it. So, yeah, I mean, I feel like this one is generating some, I would say, groundswell.
So,
especially
yeah.
as it,
Oh, it's definitely some kind of swell.
there's definitely some kind of swell happening on here. And I mean, how could you blame them? But overall, I think that the Resident Evil series is like one of those kind of like godfathers of gaming. Like those have been around forever, you know, and I think that they have a very potent fan base. So I just thought I would poke around because I am not the most familiar with Resident Evil overall. I can't even really point to one game I played, but I did complete this video game. So I was wondering if Nicole, have you done the same?
I have played this one, and I played the previous one when they were in Louisiana with the Baker family.
Oh, the 7th one. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So it was nice that they kind of tied everything up into a nice, pretty little bow.
I wouldn't use the word
the previous
pretty
story.
little bow.
Okay, a very, like, I'm gonna say this in the most loving way possible, the most moldiest, very loving, very, I'm pretty sure
Grodiest.
radioactive in some way.
Yeah,
bow.
probably a little bit, actually.
Well, you did better than me because I did not play that. And then I recently started streaming. You can catch me at just a quick shameless plug at Uneasy on Twitch. And I definitely didn't know like a lot of the core mechanics, and the people that were watching me stream were like, "Oh my god, you haven't played the seventh one?" And I was like, "No," and they're like, "Why are you playing this one?" I'm like, "You know damn well why I'm playing this one."
Also,
for the
because
for the
I
story, right?
well,
Yeah, the
obviously
plot.
for the plot.
Massive, a really thick
Definitely
plot.
for the plot. Also, not because I didn't come in and just go, "Hey, you guys should maybe play this game."
No, never. We could
Also,
never
like-
take the advice of a trusted friend ever.
Yeah. Also, like, wild question: have I played the most Resident Evil games out of everyone here?
100%, yes.
How is that a wild question? I thought that was implied.
No, because I didn't. I kind of assumed that you guys maybe like grew up with the games the same way I
No.
did.
I
Oh.
grew up with like a few of them. I had a friend who was like super obsessed with Resident Evil, and like he would not shut up about it at any given point. So that kind of like turned me off to the series. I'm like, I want nothing to do with this game. But then I picked it up.
Friends with my brother.
No, I was not friends with your brother, but I picked it up back in high school with a game called Resident Evil Umbrella Chronicles.
I'm familiar,
was, yeah, it was a pretty interesting game. And then from there, I played Raccoon City for the PS2, and then I went on to play 4, I played 5, I played 6, I played most of 7, and then I played 8. So,
Bowser. Like I said, I have no idea. I gotta be honest. I guess I just never really got around to them. Never have really been a big thing of the genre, I guess, for me. But I knew of the game. Like I said, I think it's like a very respected game series. So as a result, like you know the characters. Like I know like all the characters that I shouldn't know about, like Ada Wong and Leon Kennedy and all those guys. So like I feel like it's just a kind of like almost a common gamer knowledge. Almost like I feel like there's some games that are just been around so long and they're so respected that they just sort of blend in, if that makes sense.
I would go on record and say it's like the Mario of the horror genre. Like it's the face of the horror genre.
Incredible.
It's certainly the face of like when like all the zombie games like were really popular.
Yeah.
Like that. So like if you ask anybody, hey, do you know any like zombie games? The first one out of their mouth is gonna be Resident Evil.
Now that actually, I just thought of another analogy. Does that make Left 4 Dead the Sonic of the zombie
Yes.
genre? Yeah.
Yes, and
Yeah.
thank you for asking.
Okay,
and thank you
good.
for saying it.
Awesome.
Thank you for speaking complete fact. Thank you.
Excellent.
All right, so should we perhaps, Nicole, do you have any pregame opinions before we head into things?
I've seen a couple for the previous games, but I do know about Chris Redfield's power of just being able to punch so hard and breaking boulders, meteors, some type of giant rock.
Yeah.
Meteors!
That's news to me.
Full on punches boulders. We used to joke about it and just my vision of Chris is he is the average American football player and a tryhard.
Kinda,
And also I hate him.
yeah.
Chris Redfield took gym class too seriously.
Oh man. Yeah, he is definitely like it's hard to really like Chris Redfield because there is absolutely zero things interesting about him, like at all. And I know I can hear people out there go, "What do you mean he's gonna? Oh yeah, he's a Manila folder of a character. Like, come on now."
Manila folder. That's my favorite.
Oh God, he's so boring. But anyway, let's talk about.
We can talk about a game with an even more boring protagonist in the form of Ethan Winter.
May as well be a mushroom. Anyway, is that a spoiler? Would that be a spoiler?
I don't know. I don't think the people have the context for Ethan being a fucking fungi. Honestly, I gotta be honest.
Oh, he's
No.
definitely not a fun
He is
guy.
a fun guy.
Right.
Actually, I think the point of conversation was that he wasn't a fun guy.
No,
Yeah,
he's a hoot at parties.
Yeah, but unfortunately he leaves because there's not much room.
Oh God. Well, that's the podcast, everybody. Thanks so much for listening.
So I really want to
I'm
talk.
out.
I really want to talk about the intro to the game because it was gorgeous.
Yeah, it was cool.
It was this like very Burton-esque, like stop motion, Little Nightmares kind of like storybook thing, and oh my god, was I blown away immediately. Also, big ups to them for giving the players like a little like what happened last time on Resident Evil like movie little thing in the menu, so like idiots like me could catch up. So I was fully engrossed by that point. I was in, So yeah, I thought that was like really cool and worthy of note.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of games definitely should do that more. I think it would be very pertinent for a lot of new players to the series, especially nowadays when like gaming has not, I wouldn't say been reduced to, but gaming is so fast paced now that I don't fucking remember the last game I played. So give me a little bit of a recap of what happened. You know what I mean?
Right.
I feel like that would be appreciated.
I feel like if you're gonna have what's the best way to say this? I'm probably gonna insult a bunch of people saying this, and I don't mean to be insulting.
Do
but
it.
if you're immediately going to see like Lady Dimitrescu and be like, I'm playing this game because of her. Yeah, please put a fucking recap in your game for the people coming. Or you're just, because I'll be real, I have picked up games before and just been like, yes, there's a hot character on this cover. I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah, laughs in Dead or Alive Extreme 2.
Oh my god! I guess I unmuted at the wrong time. I was dying because that's literally me. That's literally me. I just was like, there's only 3 words you have to say to receive my business, and that's sexy vampire lady.
Yeah,
That's it. That's all you need. Oh man, so
Capcom knew what they were doing. They are nothing if not a smart company. So
They said they were gonna make this game less scary. Now it's more sexy.
yeah, I didn't think that was the direction they were going in, though. I'm gonna be totally honest.
like pretty much all of the characters except for Moreau were hot. Like pretty much, like overall.
Yeah, for real.
There's some Moreau fan somewhere being like, "Oh my god, I can't believe you said that."
Yeah, fuck Moreau. Go fuck yourself. Your boss fight sucked.
Yeah.
I have a fear of underwater mechanical structures, therefore I hated Moreau's boss fight. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
That's such a...
Me too.
Mechanophobia?
Yes, I do! Thank you! You know the word! Oh my god!
Yes, of course.
I have a fear of I hate doing water levels, and
Yes.
I have a fear of like the ocean and like underwater and things like that. But I'm also part of a tag called Monster Fucker, so there's Moreau shit out there,
Oh yeah. Do I want to know? Probably
It's
not.
not for me. It's for
No.
somebody.
It
But
definitely...
I definitely had to see it, and I wasn't happy about it.
There really is something for everybody in this game, and that's kind of unfortunate. So, I think we should get started with this.
Yeah, so after the intro movie, it starts off with Ethan Winters at home with his wife Mia, who, from what I understand, because I didn't play the first fucking game, or the 7th one rather, is pretty much the main antagonist of the 7th game, if I remember correctly, or something of that regard. A antagonist.
Connected.
Yeah. Connected.
Yeah, kind of.
All right. Well, either way, they keep talking about the incident in Louisiana, like, and the fact that Mia doesn't really want to talk about it is like meant to be like kind of sus, I think, like a little bit. But you go and you take your daughter, Rose, and you put her to bed. I didn't notice on my first go around that there was a lot of like stuff that you could do in just the Winters home that was pretty cool. In fact,
Yeah, there were like lots of things that you could like pick up and look at, and also play soccer in the hallway.
yeah.
That's kind of like a
Look at the
hallmark of
album.
Resident Evil games, though.
Was that? I missed that.
Oh, sorry, I got it. That's like a hallmark of Resident Evil games, though. It's one of those kind of... It's almost like a collection game at some points, where you go and you collect all the secrets. There's so many secrets packed into pretty much every Resident Evil game around every corner. And I really appreciate that they just kind of threw that concept at you immediately. And most people knew to look for it, which was cool.
Yeah, I as I said, not my forte, so I didn't really know to look for it. So finding it was very rewarding, I think. So from there, it looks like you go, you take your baby to bed, you go talk to Mia, and you sit down for dinner, and then she gets absolutely Swiss cheesed with bullets just out of nowhere, and Ethan Winter's story kind of begins after he is captured by none other than Mr. Redfield himself.
You fuck that guy.
Yeah, definitely the jock character of anything. I almost thought he was voiced by someone, probably that he wasn't, but the guy who does the Punisher on Netflix. I feel like every time Chris Redfield spoke, I'm like, this could be this actor, and I would feel absolutely nothing. I would feel no suspicion at all.
Yeah.
But you're meant to kind of feel some suspicion because Chris Redfield is quote unquote a hero throughout this series, so now he's doing something decidedly kind of fucked. Like,
Yeah,
he
definitely.
just killed your wife, who you just got back from a horrible, ordeal, and takes your baby. So Ethan is very, I am not a parent myself, so I don't want anybody in our audience to get me wrong. Like, I love kids, but like, I don't know if I would do everything that Ethan did for this baby. Like, it's a baby. You can just make another one. Like, you don't have to go through all this.
But you can't make it with Mia because she is full of bullets.
Yeah, that's true. It's definitely correct. A huge inciting incident.
Sounds
I think.
like a pick up and go kind of moment. Like, especially when, like, after that, they're in the van and the whole thing. Like, I would see the blood after the car accident and just be like, it's been real. I'm just gonna walk back towards my house. I'll find somebody. It'll be fine. I just feel like I'm on the same, like, boat as you, where I'm like, this is a lot. This is a lot of work and effort.
Yeah, and he kind of the transport that's taking him crashes, and he's out in the woods. God, that first walking level after you get out of the car, oh my God, I hated that. I gotta be honest. Just not being able to really see much besides where your flashlight goes. There was people running. There was sounds. Very atmospheric. I was playing it obviously with headphones because I was streaming it, so it was definitely good on sound design. To an unfortunate.
Spooky.
Yeah, it was very good.
So eventually, you make it to the Resident Evil village, so to speak, the village in question, and there's a whole just a cavalcade of spookiness going on in this town.
I do want to say before you continue, when you said you make it to the village, like when you actually get to the village, like, I was playing and then the actual logo came up. Like, I know it's supposed to be dramatic and everything, but the logo came up and it said village when you got to the village, and I audibly looked at the screen and went, yes. That's a village.
You damn straight it is.
As I could just picture your face, Colton. Like, I can actually see the face that you've made. Oh. Oh boy.
Man. Oh man, I was like, that was like, I feel like it's really funny to me because there's definitely some people that played this game that thought that was just gonna be the default like marker for a new area and just were sorely disappointed every time they went to a new place.
Yeah, dude. I mean, there was a lot of that. Well, thankfully, there were some actually helpful signs for like finding things.
Oh yeah.
Because, damn, is this game a lot of just looking the fuck around? I am. It's upsetting. But where you don't want to look around is where Ethan kind of gets himself wrapped up in. There's a ton of like werewolves, like
Lycans.
lichens.
Yeah.
Yes, lycanthropy, right? So definitely like some sort of like beast man going on, and they are horrifying to perceive, really. And you have to sneak around them. You find some weapons. You run into that guy. He like exists to give you a gun and then dies. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah. There's a lot of those in Resident Evil.
Yeah. So you got the gun. I really like the typewriter save points. Those were cool.
Oh, that's a standard.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
I wouldn't know. So, it's definitely cool. I love the idea of like kind of the person recording the events. And then you run into some degree of the human beings that are left in this village, and this is definitely where I have a sort of narrative sore spot. So if somebody remembers this section a little bit better, they could probably take over because I'm not actually working from a document. I'm working from general memory.
That's when Ethan meets the father and the daughter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I wish. I know you can't save everyone. I wish you could, but I'm like, ah, that fire jump that upset me.
Yeah.
I-
Yeah.
I'm I'm the asshole. I would have just pushed her right into the fire and been like, "Okay, bye."
Oh my god!
Listen, all right, I'm here to save my kid. There's a fire. The second that she turned and was like, "Oh, my dad," no, I would have been like, "All right, cool, go," and then shoved her into her dad for my escape.
Oh my goodness.
Let me hit it with you like this. What if like you convinced her to come with you later in the game, you're in a dire spot and you need Meat Shield, who just happens to be there that you saved earlier.
Shield.
That would be nice, wouldn't it? It would be good if life worked out that way.
I literally thought this woman was gonna be like your medieval Sheva for the game. Like I was like, that's what I thought her character was supposed to be.
No, listen, I played Resident Evil 4. I looked at her like she was Ashley, and there was no suit of armor to put her in to make her invincible throughout the game. That is a liability. Look at what we're dealing with. She literally, when that whole thing happened and I jumped out of the building, I was like, all right, that's off my hands.
Oh my god.
I love that. No, I love that. Just the sheer chaotic neutral that they are known for.
Yes. Also, you're here to survive, all right? If it's me or her, I'm saving me.
I don't know. I feel like if Ethan's survival instincts were so high, he would just go and have another baby. Like, I just he wouldn't subject himself to this at all.
No, nobody said Ethan was smart.
No, he definitely
Right.
is not a smart man, but like at least he's determined. You know, like I'll give him that.
The Louisiana house really killed all his brain cells,
That
but
is- I
Mhm.
mean, to be fair, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he's not a smart man, but he knows what love is, and I think that eventually you make your way into kind of that. It is a choice, but it isn't a choice. You basically get from the using kind of like these stone tablets when you're finally in the village. You speak to some spooky old lady, and she starts spouting prophecy stuff that like normally will make sense a little bit later in the game. But I really enjoyed that character. I thought the character design was really cool. Perfect, like freaky old witch aesthetic with the staff and such. And eventually you make your way to Castle Domitresk. Oh my god. Wow. What an arena.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That whole like first part where you're like going in and it's just like that eerily quiet. And I was like waiting. I was like, all right, what's gonna happen to me? Where is it? It's coming up. The whole time I was like, all right, there's no way it's gonna be this quiet the whole time. And then you go to do the bridge. And you just bam. I was like, up fuck. There it is.
Rain,
Yeah.
I could see you playing this, and just as the bridge scene happened, I literally just see you blankly staring at your screen, just going, "Fuck."
That's literally how it went down. It happened, and I'm sure, like, because a lot of the stuff that happens in this, like, you see it coming, but it still, like, is a jump scare, I
Oh, yeah.
guess.
Oh sure.
And, like, literally that happens, and I'm, like, sitting there, straight up, just straight face, like, fuck! I was doing something!
Here we go.
Oh my god. And then you wake up and you get to see everybody, including Miss Big Mommy Milkers.
Oh my
Oof.
god. Oh. Oh,
Someone
are
had
they?
to say it, okay?
Oh, are they big? Oh, for sure.
But
Yeah,
you
no.
also, I know that that's like everyone's favorite, but you get to see my favorite character in this scene as well, which is Mother
Yeah.
Miranda,
Yeah.
a
Mother
goddess,
Miranda.
a queen.
A-
Not my
ano-
favorite.
Another baddie, really, honestly, 100%. And I would suppose that I would be no closer to the truth when I would say you also get to kind of see the other characters. There's the doll, a mistress, Bienviento. No, that's probably wrong.
Beneviento.
Beneviento. I was close. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, and I should wager I'm no closer to the truth when I say Colton's favorite character, Heisenberg.
Yeah. Yeah. How'd you know?
I don't know. I've known you for too long and must die, apparently. Oh, yeah. No, I could just tell. Plus, you don't really know at the time, but you are confronted with a very large lichen wielding a giant hammer, which you then, if you're paying attention, can see is Heisenberg's hammer.
Yeah.
That he's just kind of toting around. So, and then they're kind of deciding, I believe it's the council to decide what to do with not only your daughter, but you, Ethan Winters.
Like, who gets him?
Yeah, essentially. Who gets the chops? Who gets chopping rights, I suppose.
Yeah, that's
And
exactly
everyone-
what it was, actually.
And everybody seems to want to do that. Everybody seems to be interested in that. But I believe Heisenberg wins the case initially. But
Yeah,
then
Heisenberg wins the case, and he does this thing where he makes you run a gauntlet. So
Yeah, well, that was a lot of fun, actually.
yeah,
I loved that level.
No,
That
but
level felt like Sonic.
yeah,
Like, like original Sonic with the spikes.
yeah. You said that. You said that once before, and I was like, I'm sitting here like, how in the fuck did that feel like Sonic? I'm like, what Sonic game did you play?
I have only played one Sonic game, okay? It
I'm
wasn't even
sitting-
the original. Right?
Like-
I'm trying. Let me fit in, Colton.
Like I did the thing, like in SpongeBob where they did like the starfish plus sponge equals scallop. Like I just did like Sonic Adventure 2 plus Ghost equals Heisenberg Gauntlet.
Yeah, no, it's the boo battle, whatever the King Boo or whatever. Oh, jeez. So
Wait,
yeah,
wait. Can I say something?
absolutely.
When they were doing the argument, it was between Lay Dimitrescu and Heisenberg. And Mother Miranda gave it to Heisenberg. It was funny because Lay Dimitrescu was just like, "Are you sure?" And it's funny because Heisenberg is shorter than Lay Dimitrescu, so he
Everyone
just like comes
is
up
shorter
with
than
the hammer.
Dimitrescu.
God, who
Looks
isn't?
better.
Who
Do
isn't,
you remember
man?
the short man with the hammer, and he was just like saying, "Yo, this is my kill. Back off."
Yeah. I mean, who isn't taller than Lady Dimitrescu? It's so 9 feet tall.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But it was just a funny thing. Like, it's like tiny man making angry.
Yeah, I'll see if I can find the
Tiny
meme. I'll
man
send it to General. Right. So from here, you exit the gauntlet, and I can't quite exactly remember how you go back to the castle, but that is definitely where you find yourself next.
Well, you basically like pry yourself out of the bounds of the gauntlet, and everybody kind of assumes you dead at that point. And then you find your way to Castle Domitresk.
Oh yeah.
But
It
not
is-
before not before meeting one of the best characters in the game though.
Oh yeah.
The Duke.
Absolutely.
The dude.
Just
A-
just the triple X homie. Like
A king.
love
A king.
it. No, a Duke actually.
I do. Nice. Nice, like that. I'll take that. I won't accept it, but I'll take it.
Are you proud of yourself on that
A little
one?
bit. A little bit.
Yeah, no, definitely the like market NPC, the Oh my God! There's the very famous Resident Evil market NPC.
Resident Evil 4.
Yeah.
What are you buying? Yeah, it's that guy.
Yeah, that's the guy. But definitely a little bit more charming than that guy. And
Yeah, his voice was like beautiful, and I was
Hello.
not expecting that at all.
Oh yeah, doesn't the Duke also make reference to that guy?
Absolutely,
Yes.
he does. 100%. I love that. But his voice was like velvet, but he looked like a talking Swedish meatball. Like it was very
He was,
off-putting.
an extremely big boy.
Yeah,
That was a large gentleman.
absolutely.
Yeah. But he had the funkiest items I've ever seen. He took care of Ethan Winters, I'll tell you what.
In a time where no one else would, the Duke was your best friend.
Yeah. He's literally your only friend, as I've seen.
Yeah, and it's such a weird contrast to all the other merchants in Resident Evil because they're all pieces of shit in the other games. Like, they are. Rain, you can back me up, right? Like, yeah, what are you buying, guys? Really funny, but he's a piece of shit. Like,
The What Are You Buying guy is top tier, first of all. But like, you know, they definitely aren't gonna help you out.
yeah,
It's really true. Also, I really like that they made the merchant, like the Duke, not able to die because you can kill
Yeah.
all the merchants in like the other games and then you don't get a merchant for the rest of the game. So
yeah, which is
it was
crazy.
really literally me accidentally shooting him and him just not dying and me being like, "Oh my God, I didn't screw myself." Ooh.
Yeah, I also do love how like they made him come out of this like almost like a cupboard like all the time.
Like an old
Yeah.
school cart.
Yeah, but like he sat in the back of the cart. Like
Yeah, it was like an old school dining cart, yeah. Oh, it was horse-drawn, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
but like you see like okay, eventually you see him riding a cart and you see him very clearly fitting in the front of the cart. I'm just like, Duke, just turn the fucking cart around. Like
Well,
It's because the horses are there. How is he gonna sell you shit?
just put the
And-
horses off to the side.
No.
Colton, you're forgetting a key detail. The back is where all of the Duke's food is.
That's fair. But here's the
Food
thing.
is life.
You could also just move the food.
That
How would
requires movement.
How is he gonna cook me food if he's in the front of the cart?
Yeah. So the Duke was not only your guy for like potions and bullets, health potions. What am I talking about? Like first aid and bullets, but he also sold upgrades for your guns, and he would buy items that you have found in the world that are valuable, thus giving you more money for those sorts of things, and eventually, as Rain said, you get to kind of almost like I almost thought about it when it first happened, the Duke's recipes. I'm like, I don't know if every game with a cooking mechanic is now going to make me feel about Breath of the Wild, but this is the most Breath of the Wild I have felt in this Resident Evil game.
Yeah, a little bit.
So, yeah, definitely good to have somebody on your side in these trying times. But after that, it's a very trying time inside the castle.
God, I spent so long in the castle. Like, I'm just gonna be honest, I was there for a very long time.
You're a smart shopper. You're getting the most for your money, I think.
It's like everyone looked for the fly swatter and everyone spent the time in the castle. Like that was it.
I did not look for the fly swatter. I did not find it. I did not really even think about it. I got to be honest, and I can understand myself a fool for doing that.
I just love the idea of like Ethan Winters just delaying saving his daughter just so he can slap Dimitrescu with a fly swatter.
Smack that ass, bro.
I just really enjoy like whenever stuff like that happens, I just kind of think of it how it relates to the story, and it just makes me laugh so hard every time.
Yeah, 100%.
In a way, it makes me think like he just lost his wife. He's just looking for new options.
Absolutely. He's back on the market and ready to shop.
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you be? Definitely upon arrival, Ethan is sort of like spirited off into a room by the three daughters of the Domitresk clan, who, if I'm getting correctly, is Bella, Cassandra, and I forget the third
I think
one.
Danielle.
Isn't it Daniela? I feel like they all end. I feel like they
Yeah.
all end in A.
Yeah,
yeah,
Daniela. Daniela.
Yeah, they're all like almost the same name. But yep,
Sandra Daniela.
yeah, she just fucking meat hooks you and just drags you through the
Oh,
home.
man. Oh, man.
Yikes. Yikes. And from there, Ethan kind of has to just get creative with his body parts from there on
Oh,
out.
baby. Yes, he does. Did he lose fingers at this point? Like,
Finger before this, I think.
yeah, because I remember that
Right.
happened super early.
Yeah, it's
Like
actually
that
one of the werewolves.
dog?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's one of
yeah,
the
yeah.
werewolves.
My one complaint about the healing is that his fingers never came back.
Well,
But
see,
when you rip your hands out of the hooks, those
Yeah. Ooh.
I
Oh,
guess,
forgot about that.
yeah, but like, I guess I understand in one way, in one possible way that we'll get up to a little bit later. We'll be able to explain it more. When a specific thing happens, I will explain why I understand the finger thing. So,
I don't even know if I want to know why you understand the finger thing, Colton.
don't isolate that audio, please. Thank you.
So,
I'm seeing that everywhere now.
God, what a scene!
That's
really.
our first Tryforce t-shirt.
No, it's just fucking Duel Monsters. It's coming
Yeah.
at you soon.
My Yu-Gi-Oh lion is the first fucking merch. Okay. Second of all, Ethan Winters. Up
Mm.
close and personal with that entire family.
Oh, yes, he fucking was. Oh, man.
What I literally wish that was me. Like,
Oh, my
Unbelievable.
goodness. I had never been so, like, scared. Like, do you know that the meme where it's like, mark me down as scared and horny? Like, that was the whole first dungeon. Like,
Yeah,
that
no.
was it.
wow. Yeah, no, I can tell you, a type, definitely a type, 100%. So, you know, it's crazy because here on out, you spend the rest of the game running away from them. All right, in the castle, there's a lot of avoidance of them, which seems a little odd, but you know, what can you do? Like, how would you leave this place for a baby? For a baby. Again, I don't really get it.
I guess because, like, I don't know. I don't. Did he know at this point about her? Like,
Rose?
yeah.
I think that we. I don't know, because I think, does it happen at the ceremony that Rose is, shall we say,
Absconded
divided?
with?
He doesn't know yet. I think it's
No.
when you get to the end of this, is that when he gets like the jar, and then he's like, the fuck?
Yeah, no, I think it is way too early for sure.
Yeah. I
But,
mean, I would see myself doing that. I would see myself going through that for my kid.
Nah,
All
it's
right.
all. If you could take a look at my
Cole,
Discord
don't get
names
any
for-
ideas.
What?
I heard you. Don't get any ideas.
I didn't say anything.
Nicole's writing up a list of trials right now. Just...
I'm helping Nicole create trials.
Oh, man.
Love you, Colty.
Thank you, B. I love you too.
All right. So from there, I think that you are trying to, with the help of the Duke, he's still hanging out, being a homie, even in the castle. Even in the castle. He's in the castle, too. I mean, you can't beat that kind of service, I think.
Yeah, definitely. That literally Amazon who? Like the Duke is there same day. Like,
The Duke is in your closet. If you need.
What's the snacks?
But there is a group of statues in which Ethan has to find masks for in order to unlock the way out. So you pretty much go through like it almost reminded me of like a PT, like walking through the hallways of stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I enjoyed myself. There was a great dungeon level, which I'm like, all right, I'm in the dungeon. Some fuck shit's gonna happen here, and obviously, what should happen? But, yeah, I really liked the whole castle vibe and aesthetic. The daughter boss fights were really cool. Anybody want to talk about them?
I would love to talk about the daughter boss fights. I thought they were really well done. They were interesting. The mechanics were interesting, where you literally just had to blow open a wall and avoid them until they fucking died. Like, you know what I mean? That was very strange to me, but I thought it was cool. But you know what another thing about the castle that I really enjoyed was that almost kind of made it scarier is, did you all notice how well kept the castle was? Like, it wasn't a broken down, run down castle. It was perfect. It was pristine. And like, that was almost scarier to me. You know what I mean?
Are you
It
expecting?
was clean? Are you afraid of clean?
Yes, totally. That doesn't explain
Yes,
a lot.
it is.
That
No, but
explains so much.
thanks, me. But no, I just thought it was really interesting because usually they would go for the rundown, like creepy castle vibe, but it was just like somebody's dead ass home. And like, it just led to the fact that they were always in the castle all the time, so they could be anywhere at any time.
Are you expecting the Lady Dimitrescu to not keep a tidy home, sir?
Well, no,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. It's only the 4 of them in there, so they got to be able to teleport around for that kind of cleanliness.
I mean, they're
But here's-
vampires. They turn into mist.
I know.
Turn into bugs.
I know. Which
Oh,
is what
right,
I'm
it is
saying.
bugs.
But also, do you not think that Lady Demetrius would keep her house clean just in case if Mother Miranda comes for a house visit?
Just in case she
Yeah.
comes by for tea.
Yeah.
They have standards, you know?
Well, wine. She has
Oh, it
wine,
is
Colton.
wine. It is wine. Yeah.
Blood wine.
And after most of the player base, it was milk too. So-
Oh my god. Oh god.
Ew, why would you put milk in wine?
You don't do that.
Honey.
Honeybee, you do not do that. Next question.
Oh, anyway, yeah, loved the daughter fights. Thought they were really cool. Really a big fan of the fight with Lady Dimitrescu.
Yeah.
Big,
Yeah.
big
On
fan.
On the rooftop, man.
Yeah.
So cool.
When she hit that final form, ooh. Ooh.
Yeah, there's so many things I'm seeing of people also being thirsty for her final form.
Which
People
is like,
really no, people were like, are you still attracted to her? And they would like post the final form, and I was just like, yes, actually more so.
is it? Okay, I'm not trying to like dissect this, but is it the form itself or just the fact that she can do that?
I think it's both.
Yes.
Okay. I don't think
You
this
just got
is,
hit with a classic Colton Murray yes there.
I don't think this is the
Yeah.
podcast to go in depth into this.
We're not going to.
Great.
Now we're gonna move on from it. I just in general really did enjoy that boss fight though. Like not only because you know, but it was actually just really like well done, I thought.
Yeah, it was also a really cool design as well. Like I really enjoyed the dialogue too. It wasn't your standard Resident Evil like just boss fight dialogue where we're just like, oh, I'm gonna kill you. It was actually pretty cool. Like there were some pretty cool lines in it.
And I mean
But,
that voice actor's still so good. Yes,
Yeah.
Nicole, go on.
Yeah.
it's kind of silly, but it's for the fight, it was very creepy because the way the monster's face was in the front, right?
Mhm.
And recently, I just saw a mod that turned the monster into Thomas, the tank engine, and I gotta say that was the best. I was like, yes, now I can defeat it without any fear.
I don't. That's somehow Nicole. That is so much scarier than what actually was there. If Thomas the Tank Engine's face was superimposed over that fucking thing, I'd run for the hills. Like I'd be gone.
Ethan Winters.
No, no, thank you, please.
Well, unfortunately, and this was my really key complaint about the game, actually. She's the first boss fight. She is the first boss fight.
Yeah.
And you have so many other things to do after her. And I was just like, oh, that's it. That's it. That's
I
it.
think that's. I also think that that's part of why I stayed in the castle so long. Because, like, you know, it's the first place you really, like, go to besides the village, and I was like, oh, this is the first thing we're doing. Okay.
You just needed to savor that as much as possible.
Yes.
No
I
hesitation.
know what I'm about, son, alright?
Would you want to keep her as the first boss fight, or would you change the order?
I would definitely change the order. 100%.
To what?
Put Moreau first.
Yeah,
Easily.
Get it out of the
agreed.
way.
Dollhouse,
then-
Heisenberg, Domitresk.
Heisenberg, Dollhouse.
Oh, spicy. Nice.
Actually, no. I probably wouldn't even make her the final one before Mother Miranda. I'd probably put her in the middle and then make, like... You know what? Make the Dollhouse second, Heisenberg keep him as last. I think that would be a really perfect playthrough.
Wow. Cool.
All
Are you hearing this? Are you hearing this, execs?
At Capcom, I'm free. If you need anyone to help make the next Resident Evil game, I'm around.
Yeah, I would love a Rain-designed Resident Evil. I'm sure that would probably be based in a lot of research.
It would be.
Oh yeah,
Ooh,
definitely.
that would be. Well, oofed.
That would be a spicy Resident Evil.
Oh boy. And it would star Leon S. Kennedy, the only character I love.
The only one that honestly, yeah, you're right. The only one that I could tolerate.
And Ada, but that's a personal preference.
You didn't like Jill?
Yeah, it's not the game we're talking about. Anyway, after that, you go to the village again. And you get your daughter's head? Question mark? Is that the first piece you get?
Yes, it is. And Ethan is understandably a little perturbed, holding.
I'm sorry, but if I just beat a giant vampire lady and then I got a thing that, like, a jar that said it was my daughter's head, I too would be a little fucking appalled.
Hi guys, a little confused. Yeah, definitely like freaking the fuck out, you know, rightfully so.
Yeah, but then who is there to kind of drive you back into your place? But the Duke. He's like, "Hey, listen, guy, your daughter is in quarters, and you're gonna need to get those." And it's just always there to kind of guide you through to the onward and upward. And I believe the next one you go to is
The dollhouse.
the dollhouse. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just take the floor here. Okay. I never, in all of my years, I really don't know what they were thinking when they were including that giant, slithering, fetal death baby in the dollhouse, but it took several years off of my life. It was awful.
Yeah.
And I honestly hope I never see it ever again.
That was a terrible experience for me all around because I have a panic-inducing phobia of like dolls and shit like that, of like really like those like realistic marionette type dolls, they give me the fucking willies. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh god.
So here's my thing with that, right? And you two probably wouldn't, but Nicole might know what I'm talking about. Growing up in the generation that we did, my family's big thing was porcelain dolls.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like I was gonna say, I don't know if like Nicole, you got those growing up.
I got the ones that like went up to my waist, so it was like one of those taller porcelain. I had two that my mom gave me.
And they had to like stay in the box. Did you have the ones that had to like stay in the box?
No, they were not in the box, but they had the stand, so they were in the corner of the room with the stand, so they were standing up.
Hey.
See, I had the ones that like my parents were very specific had to stay in the box, but the ones that are like, you know, oh, they're gonna be like worth so much money, and you know you could sell them and whatever, are terrifying.
They're Funko Pops, unfortunately.
But the problem is that they're so terrifying.
Yeah, they are fucking awful.
And like, so then you get to this portion of the game, and you don't have like weapons or anything, and it's it fucked me up because I was like, okay, I'm afraid of like creepy porcelain dolls like this, but I love puzzles. And I was like, oh, it's the puzzle portion of the game. Oh no, why would you do this to me? It felt like a personal attack.
Yeah.
Once again, Capcom, if you're hiring, I'm here. But
Bro,
also, fuck you.
When they all turned to you, when all the fucking dolls in the room turned to you, like, I swear to you, I felt my fucking soul leave my body. Like, it was the worst. I was like, I threw my control. There is an indent on my ceiling of where my controller made contact. Yes, it is. I'm sorry, honey. I have to take care of that. But there's an indent on my ceiling where my controller made contact. And God, I'm like getting the heebs. I'm getting the heebie-jeebs just thinking about it. Like I hated so much. Like it was one of those things where like my whole body fucking locked up as I got into that house. I was like, no. Like I was just like, I had to play this with almost like my eyes closed. It was awful. It was terrible.
Yeah, this one in particular. Yes, please.
Colton doesn't like dolls, but I like dolls. So this one, except for the baby portion, really didn't bother me because it's gonna be creepy. But I have this doll, right? That's a music box, but when you turn it, its head turns.
Oh, fuck that. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
No.
Nicole,
No,
is this in your home?
It's the one you saw, the little girl with the little hat and the black eyes.
Nicole, are you bringing this when you move in?
I don't remember. No, please. No, please. No, don't do that. I have enough trouble sleeping as it is.
I would literally die for a Snapchat of it just running music box and just does it head spin like 130 degrees?
360.
It spins like it's like, imagine like you have your head straight and all of a sudden it's just moving its head like side up, side down.
No.
Cannot wait.
Nicole, you're in danger.
Wait for the phone call.
Nicole, the hairs on the back of my neck are standing up. Can we not do that?
I can't wait. I guarantee you I'm going to receive a call at like 3 a.m. from Colton. This fucking doll is haunted.
It's literally going to be a voicemail. It is going to be 1 second long, and it's going to sound like, ah! Like, it's going to be that.
Is it called? Are you all right, Colton? Dolls.
It's like the BBQ plushie all over again.
Oh, God.
Right.
To get back to the game.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm gonna be a little bit of the odd one out here and say that the dolls creeped me out more than the baby did. I had no problem with the like weird gelatinous baby thing.
Once I got past, yeah, that's unfortunately a
Gelatinous.
that is a perfect adjective, and I hate it.
Gelatinous.
I think I maybe ran into it like twice, and then I was like, oh, it's chasing me, I'm just gonna go over here, or I'm gonna go over here, and then made it to the elevator, and I was like, all right, like, fuck you, asshole. I was more at the fucking dolls on the way there in the cemetery, not fucking cool, didn't
No.
like that shit.
No,
The
no.
dolls in the house, yo, fuck that shit, didn't like that. The fucking body of Mia as a doll that you had to take apart for the puzzle.
Oh no!
Oh yeah.
With the body
Oh, it was-
parts hanging from the ceiling? No, not for me.
I didn't even know it was Mia. Oh my god, that's crazy.
Oh,
That's
you know what I
such a
just
creepy doll.
realized? We missed what I was gonna say about Ethan's fingers, and we missed a very important part and a very funny joke about the green shit.
Oh, wait, we did, yeah, because Ethan does get his hand completely
Yeah,
chopped off.
it's
in the
literally
Castle
Rain's
Dominatrix.
name in our Discord chat, so I just was looking at that. Yeah, so I think I know why his fingers didn't come back. It's because he didn't actually have the fingers to reattach. They were eaten.
Yeah,
He could have cut them off of like somebody else.
He's just gonna like just gank somebody else's fingers.
Yeah.
Yank!
I mean, think about it. Listen, he's already killing all of these other fucking like people and werewolves and shit. Just steal 2 fingers, pour some of the green goop on it, and fucking call it a day.
Just have 2 extremely furry fingers.
Yeah, just get a razor, you'll be fine.
He's just like, excuse me, I'm just gonna take these. You're not
Excuse
using
me.
them? Okay, thanks.
Excuse me, now that I've killed you, chop chop.
Yeah, no.
Literally chopped up.
That was the point in the game where I was like, okay, the rest of this game is going to make absolutely 0 sense. That's totally fine. When he got his whole entire fucking hand chopped off, and then he just attached it, he just put it back on, poured some green shit over it, and not only did it reattach, but he had full functionality of it in a
Yeah.
minute.
That was the part of the game where I went, all right, something's fucky with Ethan.
Yeah,
Alright.
something is
Bet.
fucked. Oh man, that is insane. Anyway, horror dolls.
Yeah, they were a thing, weren't they? And
Yeah.
then they certainly weren't. You did get to very, very, I think, cathartically stab that doll in the head
Yes.
multiple times.
Yes, I actually. Is it weird that I was kind of almost like not afraid of the doll once it started shit talking me? I
Turned
just.
fear into anger real quick.
It wasn't even anger. It just kind of ruined it for me because I think the whole point, I think the whole thing that I'm afraid of is just the possibility of of just like the horribly uncanny nature of it, But once it started fucking Reddit posting on me, I was like, all right, I don't give a fuck, Like it was
Yeah.
really fun once you got to actually destroy it and all of the dolls kind of just collapsed. That was very comforting. And yeah, actually, Rain, I'm going to agree with you. The baby didn't scare me that much. Once I got past the initial shock of that being a thing, I was like, I've seen this shit
You know,
before.
like when you're doing it, like you hear the crying off in the distance.
Yeah.
That first part, like I was like, all right, it's either gonna be some weird, creepy freaking doll, or Resident Evil, and it's gonna be like this weird, disgusting thing. So it didn't really like shock me too much. I was like, okay, that's gross and not for me. But thanks.
Yeah, it was definitely the thing that creeped me out the most about it was the voice, was like the vaguely human voice about it. No.
It definitely sounded like a baby crying. Like they
Yeah.
got that on the head.
But like it
So-
had that weird, horrible undertone to it, which I was like, no, thanks. No, thank you. But yeah, no, I mean, that was a pretty easy section. It was literally just go hide under the bed. And it was really funny because when you got to that room before you actually see the baby, and you saw an option for hiding under the bed, I'm like, gonna need that later, aren't I? I'm gonna have to make use of that. And sure enough, yeah.
The surprise tool, which will help us out later.
Yeah, I gotta be honest. I didn't know you could hide under the bed for like an embarrassing long amount of time. Like,
Oh, really?
I was simply running away from this infant. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
I mean, if it worked, it worked.
It didn't. It did not.
Oh.
Thank you for asking.
Oh, well.
Yeah, no. I was told. Thankfully, I was watching people who were watching me. I shout out to my friend to my friend Ayla for giving me a little bit of help on some of the harder puzzle parts of this. Because guys, I'm not gonna lie to you, Colton, you know this very well through your many attempts to get me to play Zelda. Puzzle game make brain feel dumb. Don't really like doing them as a result. But this one definitely had some BS puzzles, and I am proud of myself for solving many of them.
Good, and that's the only way you get better is solving them.
Way to go.
Yes. But yeah, I mean the doll level was pretty fine overall. I was very anti baby. I could not be more.
Oh, yeah.
I could not be less pro baby in that particular section. So
Ooh, yeah.
From there you go on to that disgusting lad himself.
Speaking of gelatinous,
That's a gelatinous man, 100%.
Oh, how I wished I could skip this like area.
yeah, just just a wet fedora of a character, and just like,
Yo. It's very funny,
like,
actually.
am I wrong? Like, it's just
extremely funny.
Oh,
Yeah, so like
God.
as hard as we simp for Lady D, Moreau simps for Mother Miranda.
yeah.
Hardcore.
Ugh.
It's
So
amazing that man was once a doctor. Like
Ugh.
once.
Yeah.
he's still a doctor.
No, he's, in my opinion, he's dumb. Like, because he was able to create the lichens, right?
Yep.
But then I don't know. He kind of deteriorated
Mentally.
in terms of like mentally, yeah, especially in the way he speaks. I'm just like, oh man, the Keiju was not kind to you.
Oh, is that how it's pronounced? I always thought it was Kadu, like the old game. But okay, great. I didn't know that at all.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't
I
know that
mean
either.
he's definitely really gross.
Weirdly, like felt bad for him though. You know, like when you
No.
like I was grossed out, hate water levels, was not having a good time, but like at the same time I was like, oh, that kind of hurts. I feel you.
No, I didn't feel bad at all. I really didn't.
understand.
I understand.
Like,
Yo,
I'm still gonna kill you, and like, you know, like, please stop chasing me and don't fucking touch me. But like, I feel you. I understand.
yeah.
Also, once again, like, you're making acid rain from the sky and touch me, and I don't like it. So stop that.
There is the section where he's just sort of like 2 millimeters away from a TV that is just static and just staring at it. I fucking hated that. I just like was like,
Oh, when
Yeah.
you had to like reach your hand in and like, oh,
yeah. I was about to say because you said you feel bad for him, and the moment where I did kind of feel bad for him was when you kind of reach in and you take Rose, and unfortunately he does notice Ethan doing this, and instead of fucking running away, he goes, "I'll be taking this." Fucking hate Ethan so much.
Yeah, I was.
like, you know,
I
you
saw
could have
that.
just shut the fuck up and just.
He just fucking ran, dude.
I would have booked it.
I just
Oh,
don't
yeah.
understand why he could have skipped a whole section of the game by. It cost him $0 to not say anything.
You
know?
It did. But he did, and Moreau was like, "Well, if you take her, all of the others will laugh at me." And I was like, "Ah, buddy, fuck you." But whatever, you know, like that
Nah,
sucks.
I didn't feel bad at all. I was like, how about you don't fucking steal part of my kid? That'd be great.
Again, very pro. Just make another baby. I'm just gonna say it again. I'll say it many more times.
I feel like at this point, once you figured out that she's like a literal magic demon baby thing, Like I'd be like,
Demon baby.
I don't
Thing.
know. I don't
No,
fucking
same hat
know.
of like. I feel like at this point of the game, there's no turning back.
Yeah, I
You
feel
know,
like
it's
I'm
like, I'll just
too.
make another one. I'm invested now.
I'm half
yeah,
a
no.
baby. I'm half a baby. Like I'm half a baby, and I have to finish this.
I'm 3/4 of a baby in, you know. I actually did start naming my streams that. I was like 2/4 of roasts.
This is also the area of the game where you run into Chris, right?
Oh yeah, you sure do.
And- Oh my god.
Ethan,
My
Ethan, I can't
hatred
tell
for
you
Chris
anything.
Redfield just gets worse and worse as we go along.
I can't tell Ethan anything. He might get involved.
Ethan, fully involved. I'm sorry, the fuck you said? I would have just shot him.
You got involved. I told you not to, Ethan.
No, you didn't tell me shit, asshole.
But I told you not to get involved.
I said you're making him sound like the guy from Regular Show, the green dude. I love that. It's true. It's Chris Redfield. This sucks. He's just there to be brooding and generally masculine. It's interesting, and like I just feel that he does come in and factor into the plot in strange ass ways.
Yeah.
Like he's places he shouldn't be. He's doing things he shouldn't be, and
They,
I just like it.
Weirdly spun him like, oh yeah, he's not really here for you or to help you, and like made him like he wasn't the villain, but like villain-esque, and I like already didn't like him going
He was like
into
an
the game.
anti-hero in the game.
Yeah, like, and I already didn't like him. I didn't like him from like, you know, way early in Resident Evil, so I was just like, all right, damn, good, give me proof he's an asshole. Like, load up the gun, let's shoot him and get it over with.
Literally, give me another reason to hate this man.
Give me another
I mean,
reason.
it's not
to
like
hate
he
this guy.
fucking came and helped me while I'm in the middle of fighting fucking fish dude. Well, I've got to get the water down, and then I got to do the acid rain, and like, he didn't help me once.
Oh, those timed platforms were a bitch. Oh my god, hated
Like,
those.
Platforms.
Not for the timing things.
No.
I just was waiting to be eaten the whole time. I was like, he's gonna fucking just come eat me while I'm trying to do this.
Yeah, and then you beat him by him just walking up on you, vomiting and dying, and I was like, all right, cool. I feel like you could have done this. And just
We could have did this an hour ago, but it's fine.
and then it's on to that really one of the most terrifying levels in the game for me, which was the foundry. Heisenberg's level. After you destroy Moreau, he like kind of pops up on his TV, and he's like, "Hey, Ethan, let's talk. Hey, buddy, let's do something here." And he invites you to the factory.
Hey, Ethan, I see that you've gone through all this shit. You want to strike a deal now?
Yeah, I love that, man. He is not very much into his mother, quote unquote, in the form of Mother Miranda, and at this point, I feel like Ethan knows more about the fact that his daughter is a super weapon.
Yeah.
And so he just sort of is able to get face to face with Moreau. Not Moreau, he's dead. With Heisenberg, and tries to strike a deal in order to use Rose to kill Mother Miranda. From what I can remember. Please, anybody correct me if I'm incorrect.
Yeah.
Valid, right? Like he straight up was like, "Oh, we can use Rose to like end this," and he was like, "I don't want to use my daughter as a fucking weapon. Thank you very much."
Yeah. I mean,
And,
rightfully so.
What's that?
I'd say rightfully so.
Not wanting to use your daughter as a bioweapon?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a whole baby. Like, it's an entire baby. Like, I feel like at this point, if she can serve a purpose, like, why not?
No,
right?
it's, no, it's like 3/4 of a baby, actually. Right
Oh
now,
my god.
anyway.
I want to die. You know, what I think the option for me here is, take Heisenberg up on the offer, use Rose as a bioweapon to kill Mother Miranda, and then he's like, all right, sweet, buddy, thanks for emancipating me from this horrible life. And be like, sweet, cap Heisenberg as well with my nuke daughter. You
I
know
would have
what?
to agree.
Thank you, Nicole. A woman of culture. Fantastic.
I mean, I
So-
also kind of agree. You know, at the same time, if I found out that like this could literally just end, like, but I would also have to find out what it would do to Rose. You know what I mean? Like, would
Like
it
her
kill
survival?
her? Yeah, would it fucking kill her? You know,
Is it like a one-time use? It
Yeah,
doesn't-
as
no
most
charge.
nukes are.
Well, I'm just like, I feel like, you'd really have to. I don't think I have the time to sit down with Heisenberg and really hash out all the deets on like what happened.
I don't know if I had Heisenberg on my side. I think he would be able to make time to hash out all the
think-
deeds.
I also just think that Heisenberg would let you'd use Rose, you'd nuke Mother Miranda, and then he would immediately bash your head in with his hammer. And you
Yeah,
would be
that's what I was thinking was gonna happen. That's why I didn't really like vibe with that at first. Like, I feel like he would just do that, and then he'd be like, "Well, now no one's stopping me. I could just be the next Mother Miranda. You know, I could just do that."
But
But-
didn't he say he didn't want to be like this?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
he could just be saying that. You know that, right?
Oh yeah, I forgot
Yeah.
people can lie.
He could just be performing a ruse. Like,
I see now.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like, yeah, I can see that most people probably wouldn't vibe with that, but I do. I feel like if my daughter's gonna be a weapon, I'm gonna use it. But oh yeah, there he is getting sent to the chat. Yeah, so the Foundry level was terrifying. I really hated. Yeah, please go.
I was gonna say, just to go off of him having that chat with Ethan, when you're there, and like, I agree with you, fucking terrifying. But the fucking propeller dude, and you just hear him, and you don't really know what it is at the time because
Yeah.
he's like, yelling at him to shut up, and I was like, I'm gonna have to fight that, aren't I? I was not thrilled. Just hearing that, I was like, oh, this is gonna be bad. But I was also expecting a chainsaw guy and didn't get a chainsaw guy, so
Oh, okay. So you
Like-
you
I was a little disappointed, but also really not a big fan because I was like, oh, that's gonna fucking hurt.
But isn't he have chainsaws on the blades? So technically chainsaw guy?
No, it wasn't my stereotypical Resident Evil chainsaw guy. I felt betrayed a little bit. But I felt like that a few times in this game, so it just tracks.
well, you have to keep us abreast of the other times that you felt betrayed in this rich narrative.
The dollhouse was a betrayal.
yeah.
All right. So after you fight the propeller, first of all, to even fucking get to Heisenberg in the first goddamn place, you have to go through about a fuckload of lichens. So many. Oh my god. I hated that level with my entire heart. I was like, I have no ammo. I want to die. I hate everyone. I just want to play Crash Bandicoot. Like, I was just like, stop it.
Zach, I could literally just see you like sitting in the middle of your room playing this, and it's just like, I want to, like, you're looking at all this, you're like, I want to die, and then the lichens come out the corner like, well, good news.
Good news, everyone.
Well, do I have a deal for you?
Straight offer. You give me your life. I receive dinner. Oh yeah. So after that, you God, you fight that propeller man, and holy shit, was that an interesting one. I also
First, you have
really
to, like, run away from him for like how many times you like have to run away from him. Then you end up actually having to fight him. Hated it. Hated it.
Yeah. It was ridiculous. It was thoroughly ridiculous. Much too much. Much too much. From there, I really hated the actual like people in the level, the like mechanical dudes with the heart thing. I understand that the heart thing is very Resident Evil, but I was like, how do I kill these things?
Well, you didn't play 4, right?
No, sure didn't. Thank you for asking.
Colton, do you remember whatever the regenerators?
Oh yes, I do.
The gray ones?
Oh
And you
fuck
needed to
those.
scope to find the you would have to use a special scope to see where you needed to shoot
The
each
infrared
one.
scopes, yeah.
Yeah, and that's what it made me think of. So I did actually really enjoy those enemies. I was like, oh wait, this is kind of reminiscent of the past. I like this.
Yeah, I didn't
I
like those because
did not like how many times you had to fight them though.
yeah, I was not a huge fan of those at all, just because of the, it was like the regenerators, and I fucking hated those. They were horrifying. They were nightmare creatures. Like,
Yeah.
ugh, ugh. But
The whole shoot the red thing, it just like completely evaded me for like a whole portion of the game. And I was like,
Although-
oh,
I did love this very BioShock aesthetic of the level. You know what I mean? It was a very like dry BioShock.
try BioShock. Please name it Dry BioShock.
BioShock jerky, if you will. Like, it was just
BioShock Light. Jesus Christ,
but-
that's funny.
it was really, really cool. I really enjoy a good machine level. Like, I feel like I'm the antithesis here. Like, I love a water level and I love a machine level.
No, it was so crazy, and I only say that the Foundry was so terrifying because you saw the like assembly line
Yeah.
of
people.
thousands of them.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my god! I was waiting for the other shoe to drop and for them all to like turn on at once, and I was like, oh, I will
Did
be
you
dead.
guys did you guys get the achievement in the factory with the guys?
What is it called?
Yeah, considering I don't know
There was
what
an
it's called.
achievement. I don't remember what it's called, but like you see them on the factory line, like going up. If you shoot one of them, you get an achievement.
That's kind of silly.
Really? What is it called?
I don't know I'll look it up what the achievement's called, but
I have to know.
I like shot one of them thinking like, oh shit, they're gonna all come down because I have anxiety. Ooh, terrifying.
That's so funny. Yeah, I didn't even think to do so. Oh, is that a regenerator?
Yeah, I put it in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can keep that. Yeah, 100%.
Oh, turning
You can
that
hang
up.
out
I'm
that.
going up. I'm going up in the chat. I'm going up to being cradled in Lady Dimitrescu's arms. Thank you. That'll be the image.
Yeah,
That'll be
her
the
arms.
image.
Okay. All right.
Oh gosh, I just saw that thing. It's so scary.
Oh,
I am deleting that message for me. Goodbye.
Ooh, baby, not looking at that at all. So,
Wait.
we resume our time in the Foundry. What was that, Nicole?
I have something like this isn't part of the story, but it's like a cute little thing that I just I found out about the game with Heisenberg, like his level. The propeller head guy in the concept art was supposed to be Heisenberg's biological father.
Yeah, I mean, I think he said that too.
Who was?
It was apparently dropped for in the game, but when it was coming out with the concept art, when the details came out, it was discussed that he was going to make that Heisenberg's actual father.
I could
'Cause
have
in-
sworn he said that in the game though.
What?
I don't know.
Yeah, because I knew that information, but I didn't look up any concept art or anything like that.
I don't know, because this game is like a lot about family, because even in the other bosses level, they reference something about family, so
Hey, welcome to
it
the
kind of
family,
makes sense. You know?
This is the family arc. This is the Fast and Furious arc of Resident Evil.
Familia. Oh, Jesus. Unbelievable. Unbelievable you just made that reference, I gotta be honest. Yeah, so unfortunately, after that nightmare of the robot propeller man,
Yeah, that was
you then have
fucking
to
crazy.
then you have to fight Heisenberg himself,
Yes, you do.
who is as well a giant holy fuck machine man.
He's a horse, of course.
Yeah, because there was if we remember the intro movie in the beginning, there was like a bunch of different characters, and one of them was an iron steed, so that's meant to be Heisenberg, and one of them is the Bat King, so that's Lady Dimitrescu because she's a vampire, and
The spider, which is Bellaviento.
Yes,
Yep.
yes, the Weaver or something like that. Yep.
And, yeah, and
The Fish King. The Fish King.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's cool. I really like how they kind of like, I wouldn't say gave it away. They just kind of nodded at everything that was going to happen.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it wouldn't be the intro if it was completely unrelated to the rest of the game, you know?
Yeah, it was cool.
And yeah, after that, you kind of get the 411 from Chris Redfield. You actually, I think it was before the Heisenberg boss fight.
Yeah, you get like he attacks you, and you get like knocked all the way back down to the bottom of the factory, and you get to reunite with Chris Redfield and not kill him, which I'm still mad about. But it's fine. It's fine. I'm just gonna be bitter about Chris Redfield till I die. It's fine. Unrelated, I found out what the title of that achievement is for you guys.
Please tell me.
Oh, yes.
It's called Quit Hanging Around.
Oh, Jesus.
That's exactly why I wanted you to look it up. That's exactly why I wanted you to look it up. Thank you.
Yeah, and it's shoot down a soldat hanging in the production line of the factory. So
Amazing. It must be a hidden achievement because I didn't see it.
yeah.
Oh my god. That's so funny. Love that.
I love
Truly
achievement names. They make me so happy.
I've got to get that in my New Game Plus playthrough once I finally get there. If I get there. Very good.
You run
yeah.
into Chris Redfield, and he gives you some weird homemade tank. Do not try this at home kind of bullshit. And yeah, he like gives you the, this is what we gotta do. I should have told you from the beginning. And I'm like, yeah, no fucking shit.
Yeah.
Instead of,
yeah.
you know, doing this bullshit, maybe you could have told me what happened, but you didn't because you suck.
Like, the whole game pretty much could have been avoided if he had just told Ethan Winters what the fuck was going on.
Yeah. Can
Like-
Ethan Winters get a memo like once in his life? It would
Yeah,
be great.
like, what
Remember when Chris Redfield didn't tell him the spoiler at the end of the game?
What
Yeah.
would have been the fucking problem if Ethan went with them in the task force? You know, like, what the fuck is the problem with that?
Ethan seems pretty capable, dude.
I'll fucking say. Oh, God. Fucking Chris. Anyway. Yeah.
After that, it's all four of the Mother Miranda's kids are gone, so it's time to face the lady herself. Mother Miranda basically has been trying to use Rose to reunite with her own daughter, bringing her back to life. So I can't remember the daughter's name, unfortunately. So if anybody can correct me there. But
it was
holy fuck,
oh,
what a
shit.
boss fight.
Hold on.
Hold
Miranda.
on. Is it before that boss fight?
Eveline.
Evelyn,
Yeah.
yeah. Very cool.
Is it right after the Heisenberg fight where she shows up
Yes.
and then you have to play as Chris?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the Chris level was so much fun.
It was
loved
very
that.
fun. I hated playing as Chris, but I enjoyed having technology.
I enjoyed having 200 plus ammo in my
Yeah.
guns.
Big facts.
It just turned
Tell you
into
that.
Left 4 Dead for one level, and I was like, here we go, baby! Like,
Got that Raccoon City money.
hell
Literally.
yeah.
Like, yeah, and, like that was a lot of fun. And then like especially charging up the like laser thing and then just having to fight everything known to man.
Fighting that giant lichen, too, with Heisenberg's hammer. You got to
Yeah.
actually kill that thing, which was awesome.
The giant. That is Heisenberg.
No. There's like a giant, like, actual, like, there's a giant lichen.
Yes, that's
A
Heisenberg.
white lichen?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
The
Like a
white
The
lichen.
giant
Like
thing
a-
that you fight.
Yeah, there's a giant fight. As Chris. When you're playing as Chris. Am I
You
going
shoot
crazy?
laser.
Yeah,
you
when
go
you
down
shoot the laser.
Right.
You're talking about when you go down into like the hole where all like the moldy bullshit is.
Yes,
And he's
exactly.
like-
Okay, I must be forgetting this part of the game. Excuse me.
There's
I'm
like
sorry.
there's a giant like enemy that you fight, It was a fucking wild boss fight. Loved that.
So cool.
And then he places a bomb in the mold.
Yeah, he does.
God, and couldn't be a more creative way too. He just ties it to a fucking knife and just throws it.
Because he has to be dramatic and just dripping with machismo in everything that he does. Like, he couldn't
He
put
couldn't
it there.
be more American.
Yeah, he couldn't just fucking put it there. Like, oh god, ridiculous.
And then it's this I'm really bad at like the end of the game, like remembering how it all goes, but then you like wake up as Ethan in this weird limbo dreamscape. Right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
Like that's definitely a thing that happens in this game. I think.
There's a lot of that going on. Yeah, and it's pretty much Evelyn, or the child, basically telling Ethan that he is dying. He's made of mold. He is a mushroom man, and that he is gonna hit the big sleep real quick. But Ethan, true to form, is still very, very pro baby, and still returns to go deal with his daughter and her continued survival. Which, good for him. Good dad award for sure. Almost too good.
yeah,
And
extremely good dad award.
yeah, I don't believe that he makes it. He does not. He is
He
deteriorating.
Yeah, so like, you have the big Mother Miranda fight, gorgeous, stunning,
Oh my god, so good.
beautiful, wow, amazing. Literally loved it. And he knows that he's dying, so he's just kind of like, for whatever reason in which he decides, because he is deteriorating, instead of getting on the plane, he'll just blow up,
Yeah, he
Yeah.
goes for the sacrifice play.
which didn't need to happen.
No.
Yeah.
Like, if it needed to happen, I would understand, but I really did spend a lot of time at the end of the game just going, but what was the point? Like, why did you didn't have to stay, everything's done.
Yeah, he really didn't have to.
No.
He really didn't have to stay at all.
And didn't they have like a way to fix him?
Yeah, he's just like, no, I want to die.
Like, I just
I don't know if they explicitly told him like, hey, we could fix you because it's Chris. And
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
Why
Yeah.
would Chris tell you anything?
notorious
And Chris was
for
like-
withholding
Chris just kept
information.
being like, no, I have the baby, like, come on, we gotta go. I don't even know if he told him that he found Mia
Yeah,
and like,
he did.
hey,
He
your
does.
wife is actually alive. Like,
No, he does. He does tell
Oh, he
him that.
does?
He does.
okay,
I remember that.
that. But you can't be like, hey, like, if there is a way to have cured him, that would have been my first opener. I would have been like, we can cure you, but we gotta go.
Yeah.
Instead of, well, yeah, you should. No, Ethan, don't. No, Ethan, don't. do
Ethan,
that.
no.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
I
he
really
literally
tried to
just
stop
like
it.
half-asses it, like the whole time. I'm like, dude, just leave the bomb. No one was there to fuck up the bomb at all. Just leave the bomb. At least let Ethan see his wife one more time.
Hey, Chris Redfield could have done many things differently. That should be the name of this podcast. Chris Redfield doing things the right way. Couldn't be him.
Oh
No, not him.
God, Chris Redfield,
Chris
Just-
Fields.
Chris Field, Red Chris Field.
Chris Fields. Love it. I'm dying.
But
Oh god.
just,
Yeah. The Mother Miranda fight was really cool. The Chris level was really cool. The ending, really confusing overall. Blows up the Resident Evil village. It's gone now, and I don't know if we can talk about or should talk about the end credit scene, because that is almost kind of like the reward for finishing the end of the game.
well, the game's been out for quite a while
If
now.
you don't want to hear it, leave now and
Yeah.
like check back in 5 minutes.
Right. So it cuts back to Rose as a young woman, visiting Ethan's grave on his birthday, or it was his birthday, not his death day, right?
I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
it was his birthday.
it was his birthday. Yeah.
Birthday.
Yeah. So she goes and kind of pays tribute to her dad, and there's some umbrella or not umbrella or whatever Chris is.
The
I'm sure he's not
BSSA or whatever.
BSSA, the Bullshit Society Association.
Whatever the fuck they are.
Yeah. So
Who doesn't matter?
there's some jackass, some suit there with her, and he jokingly calls her Evelyn. And
What a
Rose
fucking prick, by the way.
almost
Yeah.
beats this man. Like,
Which she
there,
has,
She
but-
should
There's
have
hands.
murdered him.
there is possible hands in this involved in this, and he's just like, oh, it's just a joke.
Her line to him was amazing. It's like, I can do things to you that Chris doesn't even know I can do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I
man.
feel like Rose is taking my hatred of Chris. It's on her. Like, I feel like she definitely is just like, no, you could have fucking stopped this asshole.
Yeah. She's definitely waiting for the right time to just absolutely decimate this man, and I'm so happy for it.
The question is, how do they stop her? Because they later he's just like, no, we got this. But they were saying they have a line of sight on her to finish her.
Well, yeah. I'm gonna assume that she's like kind of like assumed to be a threat, so they probably have people on like watching her. I suppose that's probably this guy's purview, and so while she's in the graveyard, they probably have people there with like snipers ready to take her out.
My assumption, like how I viewed that ending scene, was it looks like she, they must have told her, hey, you're a bioweapon, haha, fun. You kind of need to like chill with us, and we're gonna train you and whatever. And she left that to go to Ethan's grave, and that's why they were there. And they were like, oh, we got line because she fucking like dipped. And then she was like, well, no, I'm not gonna let you fucking kill me. Like, damn, I just wanted to say happy birthday to my father that you killed, but okay. And then she goes with them because she's like, all right, she has her own mission. I am convinced she's gonna end up killing Chris Redfield, and if it doesn't happen, Capcom, you owe me money.
They literally owe you money for designing the next Resident Evil game.
Yeah. Look, I wrote it out. It's right here. I just want a little bit of profit.
Capcom, this is our official call to you.
We jerks will write this.
We jerks.
So that is Big Mommy Milkers the game, from what we can understand, from how we can perceive it. So I suppose our reviews are probably the only thing to come next.
To write a game like this, it takes a village. Yeah.
I would say this is I would rate this an 8.
Yeah,
An 8.
I'd say a solid 8.
Yeah.
It's a good game.
I hate both of you. It takes a village, and 8. Unbelievable. Nicole, you got anything else? You got anything you want to add on to it?
Nicole's looking at a picture of me and going, "Boo this man! Boo this man!"
I literally have a picture of you with the beard over the fake beard. I'm like wondering,
Nicole just writing boo on top of it.
Not for the reason you might think, are they?
Oh man.
But no, I love it as a game. I feel they could have changed some things. Like, I get it, like you're trying to make the story progress, but like literally so many things could have been avoided if they just communicated properly.
Yeah, Chris.
Hello.
Like I can't believe I just did
You
that.
were
Like
about to start listing a bunch of characters.
I can't believe I just said that. Like he's in the fucking chat. Like
Chris. Chris, buddy, you there, buddy?
Redfield, please put your mic on. Defend yourself.
Unmute, Chris.
Chris, I see you've noticed you. I've noticed you put the raise your hand button on Google Meet. Are you got anything to add?
No, I don't know. It hits differently, I guess, but it's still a good story because it connects to the previous story, with the ideas of continuing. Because I don't know if you guys saw in the epilogue when they're driving away, you see a person coming towards them, and I'm just like, oh, this might be a continuation somehow. I don't know how.
I literally thought it was Ethan. I was like, how in the fuck are they gonna spin this?
Ghost Ethan, Ghost Ethan.
Ghost Ethan.
Duke just literally went to the grave and poured some of that green shit.
he actually fell in the natural wellspring of the green shit.
Wait, what about
Lazarus pit?
what if he took the two? You remember how you were saying the lichen fingers that he stole?
Yes.
Well, imagine he just, yep, just put them on, fell into the green stuff, boom, part lichen, survived that way. Boom.
Just, like at the very last minute. Oh yeah, my lichen fingers.
My lucky lichen fingers.
God, I'm gonna have to put this as I don't really play puzzle games very often. I play horror games even less. And I would definitely rate this about like a 7.5. The only reason I don't give it an 8 is because it took several years off of my life.
That's the exact reason I'm giving it an 8, is because it took several years off my life.
That's the gaming experience you crave.
That's what I want.
Yeah. So Resident Evil, I would definitely it's definitely a recommendable time.
Yeah.
I can definitely say have some fun at your station, at your gaming console, and pick it up.
It definitely
if you don't
lost
mind a little
those.
scare.
It definitely lost those 2 points for Chris Redfield alone. Like Chris Redfield was the sole proprietor of that -2. So
if Leon S. Kennedy was in this game, it would have rated higher.
oh yeah, because Leon S. Kennedy would have fucking told Ethan what's going on.
Leon would have been like, "Go home, I'll get your daughter."
Yeah, you'd have been fucking. I'll take care of this
the
shit.
president's daughter. I could do this in my sleep.
Save the president's daughter.
He
Yeah, that's
did.
true.
He's
He whole ass did.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
But I think
yeah,
that's it. Right?
yeah, I would
Is
say
that it
so.
for us? We
Yeah.
did it.
It has been a
After
time.
5 weeks of trying to record this, we finally did it.
As soon as I hit the
Chris
space
episode.
bar to end this
Finally.
podcast, my computer is going to explode.
That's what you can name this, the Cursed Podcast.
We did. We already had a computer explode once. All right.
Yeah,
We're
right?
not doing that again. But anyway,
Oh man.
thank you guys so much for listening. And as per my normal ending, tune in next week where we talk about something else.
Yay!
Yeah, awesome.
Also, if you want Resident Evil 8 commissions, send them to me. So I am once again asking for your commission requests at Z4Mars on Instagram.
Don't ask me because I can't draw.
No, I will. I am just. If you definitely want to get some Resident Evil art, I would love to start drawing it. So let me know.
That's awesome. Yeah, and that is at where again, Zach?
That's at ZEE Form Arts, FORM Arts on Instagram. You can find me at any time for any commissions about anything nerdy. I do cartoons, I do comics, I even do personal gifts. If you need art, is a very inexpensive and appreciated gift. So if you need to, someone done in a cartoon style, something like that, something you like, I am definitely willing to talk to you and figure out what we can do together.
Hell
let me know.
yeah. Oh, you can follow me on Twitch, by the way, at twitch.tv/CEasySpecial. Fridays and Sundays, I do Super Smash Brothers, and I'm looking to add Final Fantasy XIV to the roster of streaming games. So we'll see what's going on with that. I would appreciate a follow, if you will. Or just come and check it out and come hang.
you all can start following me on Twitch. It's at Oh No It's Rain.
Hell
I'm actually
yeah!
getting my banner made right now and my icon, and I'm going to probably start streaming really dumb Stardew Valley streams. So
That's not dumb.
And
That's
hopefully-
awesome.
hopefully I can start my Teaching Z How to Play Minecraft series.
Oh yes.
So I'd love
Yeah.
for everyone to tune into those.
Yeah, that would be a lot of fun. Can't wait. I am gonna make some dumb stuff.
Well, that's the whole point of Minecraft. So let's do it. I would love that. Holy shit. So I
And the
think
whole
we should-
point-
Tower.
The whole point of Resident Evil 8 is pretty much what we've been saying this whole time. Go check out some sexy vampire ladies for yourself. Enjoy
Absolutely.
yourselves.
I think we can put a nice crusty moldy bow on this. And
Mother
then,
bread.
you know, and we'll see you next week.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.